guys, and welcome back for round 3 of the Adelaide Eternal Highlander Challenge, July 2018. I'm here with Beckett, Wolfe.
G'day, guys.
So round 3, we've got Beckett himself on a sweet junk list that he's refined over the course of time, playing a very spicy list by Simon Hall. The name of that is called Food Chain Tinker Pile? Question mark.
I like the question. The question mark is needed because the deck is... I mean, it's great. It's messy. It's all over the shop. It took me a while to figure out what he was on. Food chain deck, you might have seen it in Legacy. He wants to use Miss Tolly Griffin or Squee or... what's the other one? I should know this. I play the deck. There's another 3-mana Eldrazi Horror. Anyway, they can be cast from exile, so you cast them and you net infinite mana with Food Chain because... lets you exile something to get mana equal to CMC plus 1. He might not run it. It's quite a good card, though, just by itself. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so he's got that, and then he plays something like Emrakul or Blightsteel or Walking Ballista, which... because you can get any colour as well. So that, or Grizzlebrand or Titania or something huge. And then he's also got a Tinker package in there.
So the Food Chain and the Special Guy gives you infinite mana, is that right?
Yeah, Food Chain plus Special Guy gives infinite mana of all colours. And then he's got a lot of ways to spend it. Like, he's got Drift of Phantasms, Imperial Recruiter, Eternal Witness. Like, even the cheap spells enable him to, like, use infinite mana very well. Muldrift is another good example. And, yeah, as I said, Tinker to get Blightsteel Colossus.
He's got a bit of ramp too, like artifact ramp to help with Tinker targets, like things to sack to the Tinker.
Yeah, and he also runs Sneak Attack. So... he's got that sort of like sneak attack in Grizzlebrand, etc. So there's a lot going on, but it does all fit together.
So it's red, blue, green, white.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to remember. He's also got Gilded Drake. You ever heard of that card?
Yeah, it steals a guy. Gives him a 3/3.
I think you and I are probably the only people that know that.
It used to be quite good in Vintage, actually.
It's really expensive. It's like $30-$40.
Oh, nice. I've got one.
Obviously, I don't know. It was getting played in something, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. So it's a 3/3 flyer. If they've got anything better than a 3/3 flyer, it's worth casting. You can give them swap
switcheroos.
Okay. So tell us about your list.
My list is pretty boring, man. My list has been around for like donkey's years. It's just junk, black, green, white, mid-range. It's just basically Siege Runner.
Okay, Siege Runner.
That's the deck. The deck is...
Why did you play it? Because you've been doing well with Grixis Control.
I've been doing well. I think Grixis was a better choice, but I was bored of Grixis, and there were a lot of people talking about aggro, and this has got a really good aggro matchup, so I was like, sure.
How is it placed against combo? Something like this?
Not really badly, although because it's placed so badly, I run a lot of sideboard hate for combo decks, so it sort of evens out. So in a sense, I guess, combo is still probably my worst matchup.
But you've got some sideboard hate for it. We can look at that after.
Yeah. Should we get down to the game of Runeskis? So I'm on the left there with the green sleeves, and
just cutting the decks now.
Someone's on the right with the purples.
Green sleeves. That's a song, isn't it?
No, it's not a song. No, I think you're mistaken.
It is.
Yeah, it is. I still want to bite.
Yeah.
So
I was either that or a T, but yeah.
So my ideal hand is going to have a Buff of Paradise, and here we go. That's a pretty good hand. No.
So you got some 3-drops. Nothing on turn 1 or turn 2?
No, but I got Mental Misstep.
A bit of defense.
And I got 2 lands, and I got it's keep. It's not as good.
And the odds of you getting the third land when you need it are pretty high. They're like 85% or something. Yeah. I heard that on a podcast. Whatever, there you go. I think that was limited, but whatever. You're going to get the third land. I wrapped
my head around it. Here we go. It's a bit of glare. We've got Drift of Phantasms. Don't know if you've heard that. Some lands and Enlightened Tutor. So Drift of Phantasms is 3 for 0/5 defender with flying.
But he transmutes.
Oh, what?
You can change into something.
Oh, I thought it was
uncounterable.
I thought someone was just playing 3 for 0/5. No, so he transmutes for 3, and he can search for something with the same CMC, which in this case is 3. So he gets Tinker, right? The wall mode's
probably relevant sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Tinker, okay.
I mean, often, because it costs 6 mana, really, because you go discard it for 3. It costs 6 mana over 2 turns.
6 mana Tinker's still good, though.
I think I ripped Misty there. 6 mana Tinker's fine. Over 2 turns, right?
Yeah.
It's great. So, but against aggro, if you don't have time, you can just play 0/5. 0/5 flyer.
Yeah.
Not
Not quite as good as Wall of Air. Do you know Alpha Wall of Air is worth a lot of money?
I don't even know what Wall of Air is.
It's a 1/5 flying wall for 3 mana.
That card's actually
one
decent.
blue.
Is that Gamble?
Block Sarah Angel.
He's Gamble.
It's worth.
Opener.
It's
Do you
worth
misstep a
money.
Gamble? I was in the tank. I was like, wow, what?
I think you have to misstep it because you don't know.
Yeah, I was like,
Your hands are in the air.
Because what are you supposed to do? It's not like you can...
What do you think he's on at this point?
No idea. I see blue-red... I mean, at first I thought like blue-red...
Like Blue Moon or something?
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's the lands deck. And he's just running like a lot,
like a land
20,
with
like 26 lands.
With a blue splash or a blue element.
Because I was looking at the other lists before, and there was like 4-color, 5-color lands, and they're playing blue for Tatiova.
So what were you scared of there? What did you think he was going to gamble?
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I think you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm lying. I have no idea. I have no idea what deck he was on. I just misstepped because I was like, well, the chances are he's not searching for a 1-drop that I can misstep. Okay. And at this point, Seagate Oracle, I'm like, well, okay.
Had you seen this card before this?
I have. It's a good card.
Okay.
It's actually a really good card. I haven't played against it. I've seen it in draft and stuff, and it's like just like slightly too fringy to have seen playing constructed formats. It's 3 for a 1/2 that sleight of hands. So it's like it's good, right? Okay. Like, you get a bit of card advantage. You get an idiot out on the board to block and to swing and to sack and do things with. So
Simon's kind of just looking for his combo cards, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like, okay, he's on like a combo deck, but it's not like super hard. Because if it was super hard, he'd have black, and if it was like super hard, he'd run like more efficient. What
do you mean hard? Like fast?
Yeah, like if there's a really hard, fast combo deck, it'd be like a black deck, and it would run like Serum Vision, Sleight of Hand, not the creature version.
Dark Ritual kind of stuff.
This is, I think, sort of more indicates like a control-y / mid-range.
Okay.
Like, he's got some combo in it, but not necessarily like super hard on it.
And the creature-based combo is more easier for you to interact with because you've got swords and stuff.
Yeah, and it also means it's not going to be as fast.
You used to have kind of combo elements in your deck, but you removed them.
I did, yeah, just before, like literally the morning before the tournament. So I used to run the Malira Kitchen Finks combo. If you've seen it in Modern, like the old Birthing Pod list, and you run Viscera Seer and stuff. So I used to have that, and I cut it for Blade Splicer, Tarmogoyf, Liliana of the Veil. So, it changes.
Lily of the Veil is a flower.
It is a flower.
Yeah.
That's what the deck was named after. Or the card.
Yeah.
We assume from Magic.
Yeah.
Didn't know that until this exact
minute.
This exact minute.
We were talking about flowers earlier. All right, so what's this?
Squee.
Okay, the new one where he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, and Simon knows that I used to play Food Chain in Legacy, so we're having a good old chat about it. The card's really good. It can be played from graveyard and from exile, so it's actually just a sweet card because it sticks around. Like, he really is immortal. Like, how do you get rid of him?
I don't know. Yeah,
prison terms. You heard of that card?
Yeah, the kind of
can't attack or block.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, how good is this play? Chrome Mox, exile your Squee.
Oh, you can get it back.
You can cast it from exile though.
Yeah, that's
techy. So good. You can also do the same thing with Gemstone Caverns. Oh, there's too many gemstones. I'm not going to try.
No, Gemstone Caverns is good. Yeah,
I think it's the one. You can like exile a card from your hand at the start of the game, and
you could do it with Squee and get him back.
Yeah. I mean, it's better when you're running like 4 copies of Mistella Griffin.
Okay.
Eternal Scourge, that was the Eldrazi.
So you've got some value here with the.
Well, I'm just doing random junk things, right? What I'm doing, like, doesn't even matter. I'm applying pressure and value.
Are you kind of waiting to lose here? Do you think you're gonna lose, or?
I got no idea. The Squee's pretty scary because the 3/3 Golem I thought was good versus the 1/2 because he can bash in. But Squee just blocks my whole board, right?
He's getting survival of the fittest.
And survival was really scary for me.
Does that have a good interaction with Squee the Immortal? I know it's good with the other Squee, but
you discard a creature from your hands
it doesn't
do anything
recursive
now.
advantage. No, okay.
I mean, you could discard and then cast him again. You get a 2/1, but like
that's not great.
So my whole deck is basically I'm either interacting, although there's limited interaction, or I'm applying pressure, or I'm generating value. Like the deck's only doing those things. Like Blade Splicer exactly is what the deck is doing.
But the value's only valuable if you can convert it into damage or interaction.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like there's no point you're not drawing into any combos, so you're just hoping to draw more like Swords to Plowshares or creatures.
Do you have any main deck enchantment removal?
Go Bribe Decay.
Qasali Pride Mage?
Yeah, and I got Rex Sage as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. There's stuff like that. You know, 2-for-1s. It's like a Jundam deck, right?
But you can interact with the survival here, so that's good. What, potentially?
Yeah, I got no. For me, this game 1 is a learning curve, you know?
And what does Simon do with the survival? How does it... Does he just...
I guess
how
we'll
does
find
he win
out.
with it? Yeah.
I think it's because he wants Emrakul... Because he's got so many, like, he's got Emrakul, Walking Ballista, Blightsteel, and Griselbrand. Those cards are really bad in your hand when you're trying to go, like, have the combo.
Okay.
Or if you've got Tinker in
Does
hand
he
and
have
Blightsteel. So you want to be able to go, like, oh, this Blightsteel's awful in hand because I don't have Sneak Attack.
So
I don't have the combo.
But you're saying he's just using it like a loot.
Well, in the like when they're dead in hand, you loot, or when you've got the combo, you got the infinite mana with the food chain. Then you go, now I really want to finish the game with an Emrakul. Discard this Eternal Witness, get Emrakul.
Okay, but
So-
there's no combo with the
There's no combo with the
survival itself.
survival. No,
Okay,
it just like gets
it's a tutor card.
just because the range of creatures like ranges from Birds of Paradise to literally like the two best cards in Magic, Emrakul and two best creatures, Emrakul and Griselbrand.
Oh, Griselbrand. Okay.
Yeah, and Blightsteel, you know.
Yep, that makes sense.
So there's very varying opportunities when you are and aren't going to be playing them. Here we are, just doing something boring over here.
So you had one of them. So you must be happy about that. I don't think Simon was happy about that.
Very happy because I don't think he was lacking green.
He didn't get an activation out of it.
How did he cast it? Oh, he's got Savannah, yeah. He didn't have, I think he was lacking green to go like survival and like do some things. And they go to graveyard as well, so like, you know, I think also
Okay.
Squeeze another one.
I remember the old.
There you go. Squeeze does interact in that way. Because
Yeah,
if it's not in your hand, it's in your deck. You search for it, and then you just go green, pay green again, put Squeeze in your bin, pay green again. Now I search for Emrakul, and there's your combo. Right? If you've got survival and food chain and any creature, you can go discard any creature, search Squee, discard Squee, search Emrakul, cast Squee,
Okay.
and win. So there you go. Lily of the Veil. That's a flower, isn't it? It is. Google it. Google it. Lily of the Veil.
What did Simon do just then? He discarded something to your Lily.
Yeah, I discarded Forest. He discarded Eternal Witness, which is a shame because he probably wants card advantage staring down a Lily,
But he doesn't have the double
he
green.
don't have the green. Seat of the Synod.
So that's for Tinker.
Yes. Food chain.
So
and I was like, food chain infinite mana. And then I'm like, oh, wait, he doesn't have anything. Okay.
So what does he need now to get infinite mana?
He's got it.
He's got it.
He just doesn't have anything to do the infinite. Infinite
so
mana.
he's got infinite mana right now because
Right
he can
now,
sack
he's got it.
Squee and then
Yeah.
Okay.
So Seat of the Synod was a pretty bad top deck.
So he's got
Obviously,
no
he'd
cards.
rather have Eternal Witness with infinite mana and get back,
Survival or
survival or gamble. Oh, actually, gamble doesn't do anything when you got no cousin in. Yeah, survival. So I think I'm in a pretty decent spot. Like, I've accepted the fact that I just lose to top deck big thing.
and you don't have many. I mean, you've got to beat down hard to minimise the number of turns that Simon has to kind of
True,
combo
but
out.
I really like the Lily here because like he's going to struggle to manipulate a good hand, get a good hand.
Yeah, he's just in top deck mode.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
Palace Jowler. Is that a new addition for you?
It is.
There's been a lot of talk about that in the recent Pro Tour, like a day or two ago. It kind of did really well in Death and Taxes.
Yeah, right.
Um,
No, I like it. It's a complicated card. So when he enters, he exiles a creature, and you become the monarch. So you become the monarch says you draw at the end of turn, and the way they become the monarch is they have to swing at you.
hit you with a creature.
Yeah, and if they become the monarch, they get the creature back. So if it's got an ETB effect, they get the creature back. So it sort of works like a fiend hunter. But so many times people go like, "I'll remove your palace jailer," and they think it works like Fiend Hunter where they get the creature back when they remove the creature. They don't. You can just like pot away the Palace Jailer or they kill it or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They get it back when they swing at you. And obviously you can see I'm playing a lot of creatures and it's quite easy for me to keep swinging in. Like I might not necessarily... They might be able to swing at me, but I've usually got something bigger than them.
Deck's a pretty good draw there.
Deck's a good draw, but I don't think it does it because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on board. So I can sort of just race the face, right?
Yeah, and even Tinker's probably not good enough at this point.
Yeah. Look, yeah, Deck was good. I mean, but it's quite easy for me to kill here. Although he talent taps with a 3 power dude, so...
First strike.
Yeah, but then I got Lily, so...
Yeah, okay.
I have a fistful of cards. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't squeeze there. He could have squeezed, right? Because he's got Chromox.
He's got enough
Unless there's some interaction. Okay, so Skull Clamp equip gives me exactly 1 extra power because it goes +1, -1.
Oh, yeah.
So it gave me 1 extra power to go lethal.
But so he could have had an extra blocker there to survive?
I'm not sure how it works. If maybe once he casts Squee, the Chromox no longer works? Surely not.
No, it's still imprinted. Because he used the Chromox to cast it
Yeah.
earlier. He could have cast it.
Yeah, I think he could have cast it.
Yeah. So what are you thinking now of your sideboard? What have you got?
So all I've seen is
a lot of cards there.
Yeah, I've got a lot. All I've seen is Food Chain and creatures. So I think I'm thinking Zealous Persecution, Oz of Pontiff, Aethersworn Canonus, which stops the loop, and what's that on? Rhetoric? Eidolon of Rhetoric.
Oh yeah.
Which also stops like infinite loops. Thalia, Guardian of Fraben. Oh yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if I put in Thalia because the truth is
2 cost Thalia. 2 cost or 3?
Yeah, 2 cost Thalia because he doesn't have that. He didn't have that many spells that I saw.
A lot of his guys are creatures.
I saw quite a few creatures. Like I saw Eternal Witness and stuff, and I was like, oh, maybe he's playing a lot of creatures.
Just have a look at Simon's sideboard. He's got Engineered Explosives. That's okay against you. Kills you Skull Clamp and that. Flusterstorm, Pyroblast, Hydroblast. So they're not very useful against you. City of Solitude. That just stops.
Never heard of it.
City of Solitude just stops like counter spells kind of thing. It's like a defense grid.
Right.
Ancient Grudge, that's okay against you. Defense of the Heart, what's that? Is that another City of Solitude type thing?
Defense of the Heart is like it's like an Oath of Druids. It's like a 4-mana Oath of Druids. Okay. If it's Defense of the Hearth, if they have exactly 3 creatures at the beginning of your upkeep, if they have 3 or more creatures at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to Oath of Druids.
Okay.
It's like a 1-sided Oath of Druids. It's quite a good card, actually.
Okay. So, yeah, he'd bring that up again. He'd bring that in against you. You've got little mana dorks and stuff.
Yeah, I
you
can
have 3 or more creatures. Sacrifice it. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards. You get to put 2 creatures into play.
Yeah, there you go. Probably the Grizzle Daddy and an Emrakul, I imagine.
And he's got some other big guys, Inferno Titan. So there's your sideboarding.
Okay. So I'm taking out... That's what I'm taking out. Elspeth, Skoos. Yeah, okay, so I took out Skoos because Skoos, although it seems like it interacts with combo, it doesn't. With his combo because he wants them to be exiled.
Yeah.
And then, like, Voice of Resurgence is good against control. But Simon doesn't look like he's running removal. He looks like he's running, a few counter spells and combo and creatures, but he doesn't have spot removal for Voice. So it's easy to just ignore Voice.
There's Gilded Drake coming in.
Frantic Search, was it? I thought it might have been Frantic Search. Engineered in, very nice and
Gilded
quick.
Drake coming out, yeah.
Very quick there from Simon. I can't remember what I saw it in. I probably showed the camera, but I was looking at the list instead of the camera. We would have known. Oh, well.
So who's on... Oh, okay, Simon's on the play, so he'll be looking for an aggressive hand.
Yeah, I just saw Zealous Persecution on the bottom of my library. That card's really sweet.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I imagine that's best in, like, creature kind of mirrors where that you can win in creature combat, but you were saying that it's really good just to take out opposing true names and little...
True name's just so strong against this deck, and, like, those decks have so many random dudes, like, Vendilion Clicks and Snap Custom Mage and Grim Lavamancers.
Eternal Witness as well.
There's a surprising amount of 1 toughness things, even in control. And, you also sometimes get to live the dream.
Well, Marsh Casualties gets play in Legacy, doesn't it? And this is just better than that.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, if you got the white. Also a lot of sideboard cards have 1 toughness. Like, a lot of sideboard cards are like Rexage and Sin Collector, etc., which, interact, and there are people like them who's like, oh, it interacts with this particular archetype, and it also is a creature.
Simon's
like Thalia or something,
he's a thick deck there because there's a lot of proxies.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's also like double sleeve, double sleeve.
I wasn't. Simon made a crack about it, the size of the deck at some point. I wondered was he playing Battle of Wits. But...
Yeah, I think I made the same joke. Yeah. That's not a good hand. Clamp, Dryad Arbor.
I reckon you keep it though.
Do I?
Looks like you're keeping it.
Surely not.
You can play Dryad Arbor turn 1.
I guess so.
2 mana.
Yeah, actually that's true. Because I don't have to play Dryad Arbor. First of all, I don't think Simon has a lot of removal, so I think the Dryad Arbor is okay. And worst case scenario, I get to go like turn 1 Clamp, not play Dryad Arbor, not let it die, and then turn 2 Clamp it and draw lands anyway. Yeah, so I Stone Ray myself, but otherwise I've got a pretty perfect hand.
Yeah. So Simon's mulliganing here. That's not ideal on the play. I imagine a deck like his might mulligan a fair bit just because it's a lot of components and
there's a lot of random my hand's like Squee, Grizzlebrand, Mist Hollow Griffin, Imperial Recruiter, land. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, and doesn't have a lot of loot. Like it's got Dak Faden to help kind of loot, but I can't see a lot of blue cards.
I'm looking at Wood Elves, Coiling Oracle, Wall of Blossoms, Elvish Visionary.
Okay, yeah, that does.
So it's, and it's like that Seagate Oracle. Like it's not Preordained Serum Visions. Imperial Seal, not that anyone
or even something like
there's no
See Beyond or whatever.
Yeah, it's like incidental, cycling, but it's not like hardcore search and manipulation of the deck. All right, so down to 5 here for Simon. Mull's down to 4.
Oh yes, I vaguely remember hearing this from across the room.
On camera, so I'm laughing at my boots.
You'd be feeling good.
I think we were talking about how it was a free win, and I was like, "Oh, you don't know, Simon. You never know." The game's really good from memory. So, Simon down to 4.
Does he want Food Chain?
He wants Sensei's Divining Top, probably. He's got a Mana Vault in there as well. I mean, you can just still tinker win, right? There's a lot of... I think the deck does mulligan well. Okay, so Simon's on the play.
Let's see what he's got. Land. Let's see what land you play first. Okay.
Oh, so I top deck a land. Because I'm a lucky boy. And at that point, after he mulled as well, I was like, "Oh, this is definitely a keep now because I can afford to get Stone Rained."
What other cards did you have in your hand? Do you remember?
Abrupt Decay.
Oh, that's nice insurance against his combos.
And Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You would never board that out?
Lingering Souls?
Yeah. Is that a bit slow here or still okay?
Yeah, it's a good point. I didn't really consider it. It's a new addition to the deck. I haven't played it. That was one of the additions. So I took out a combo piece and put in Lingering Souls.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't have a huge amount to take out, to be honest. Or / put in, I took out Elspeth, and I think I remember debating. I was like, oh, these cards are kind of similar. But
that's a good one.
A bit more aggressive.
Oh, you and I both like that card a lot.
Yeah, I like that card. So
Look at that. He's just had a time warp. Look at that. Power play.
Yeah. And he got rewarded for it too.
Got an extra land in play and then cast Mana Vault.
Yeah, that's right. It's ramp and you don't lose card advantage and he gets it.
So he's going to untap with potentially 7 mana if he's got another land.
Yeah.
At least 6.
But I'm feeling pretty good because, I've just hit 2 land drops off the top.
And you've got interaction. You can remove the vault next turn if you want to.
Better yet. So I can go equip, because I like Pride Mage. Swing is 4.
That's a big guy.
That's Inferno Titan.
That was in his sideboard. Interesting that he brought that in. I suppose it takes out your dudes.
Yeah, it was huge. And now I'm thinking, I don't know how I beat this. Like, I'm going, okay, like...
Because I expect that as some kind of... Not to be hard cast, but...
Well, I drew a Dork here, right? I drew a Noble Hierarch, and I'm like, okay, so I could, like, Dork and then try to play, like, a 4-drop. And I'm like, well, no, because Inferno Titan just swings and eats it. And all it does is gain me a life.
So you got to start
searching. It's not like I can block.
No.
Like I was thinking, well, I can just block and gain 6, but I can't because he just does the trigger on the attack. So I don't know.
You're just thinking I need swords, kind of thing. Like,
well, there's literally nothing that's relevant unless it's got 4 toughness, right? There's not a single card because
it just dies to the attack.
Whatever I cast, if it's got less than 4 toughness, will just be gain life equal to that card's toughness,
and it's going to kill your Dryad Arbor as well.
Yeah, that's right. So I equipped Dryad Arbor. It's because I had another land in hand. I think I had Temple Garden.
Yeah.
But I was on that plan. I was like, yeah, there's nothing I can do. I just have to draw swords.
Or is there some... You got Stoneforge Mystic. That could potentially get you back in it.
How, though?
It's slow, but...
No, because he just kills every creature.
With yeah. Okay, you can't get Battle Skull in play because the Stoneforge just dies.
The Stoneforge dies instantly. No, but the Coiling Oracle, how good was it there, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a good card.
For those who don't know, it's 2 mana for a 1/1, and you draw a card when it enters. But if that cuts a land, you put it into play.
Yeah.
So you get to cheat in an extra land drop.
And at the worst, it just kind of cantrips.
Yeah, that's right. And it gives you a random body that a lot of decks need. You know, like you can clamp it away, or equip it, or sacrifice it to some effect. You know, in this case, I imagine Simon's got to sack it to Food Chain. So I'm down to 5, and I'm like, ew.
Yeah, that's...
And then I think...
He's still digging. Oh, yeah, he's still looking for the swords or the path.
Yeah, that's right. And then I draw Council's Judgment off that.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, but how amazing is that? Multi 4 from Simon.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
and we were talking about how it was a free win, and I was like, well, you know, I'm not going to say that because some opponent said that to me once, and I thought he was a bit of a... So anyway, I was like, I won't say it, you know. And wow, if any deck can do it though, Simon's. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It wasn't just. I
would have thought it'd just be... If he could win, it would have been off the back of Tinker or something. But
yeah.
Mana Vault showing its power there, really. And Calling Oracle.
Yeah. And Inferno Titan.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And it wasn't even close.
Right.
I ended up having a pretty decent hand. Like, I drew out of all the issues I had with my opener, and I still couldn't get it done. So that was a shame.
So now you're back on the play. Do you change your sideboarding at all here, based on that?
I think I do. But I'm not sure what. Taking out Lingering Souls.
Yeah, well, it was a bit slow there. But...
I'm not sure. I can't remember how I sided.
It's still tricky to play against because something you look, he's a combo deck, but on the other hand, he just hard casts a huge dude and beats in.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, I played Food Chain for many years, and I found people oversided against me.
So you can just play as like a mid-range kind of...
Yeah, and I don't think someone's got enough good mid-range dudes to do that, especially against me, because like I'm a mid-range deck. I'm gonna always do better than him at it, but I think Inferno Titan's where he wants to be. It's a really good sideboard. I wouldn't have thought it's powerful. I'm surprised he's got it in his sideboard, but obviously it's exactly for this matchup, and it was a perfect sideboard, and you can see why. Because you don't want to just run like a Tireless Tracker, because I am going to outvalue it, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to just run... You need something
proper trump.
You need something that genuinely trumps mid-range, and that's a 6-mana creature that, you know, does what Inferno Titan does. You know, his base power and toughness is bigger, and his abilities interact really well. So that's a pretty good hand.
You've got a bit of interaction with the combo.
Look at this. This is how you do it, boys and girls.
One card at a time.
Well, yeah.
You're psyching out Simon at this point. You're like, you know, enjoy them one at a time.
I wasn't even trying to psych him out. I'm just so sick of people like going like, I'm gonna flash you for like half a second.
You were just saying, look, these are all foil, so I've got to do it slowly, so that.
Well, they all foil. I didn't notice. I think that's another reason I played the deck. It's just like I've almost foiled it out.
Well,
it's really
I was
nice.
interested to hear Sarv say on the latest 7 Point Highlander podcast that Midrange had the highest kind of conversion rate at the Nats tournament. So if you took a Midrange deck, you had something like a 80% chance to top 8 or something.
Wow.
Like it was a big conversion rate. So it might be on the upswing. Counterintuitively, because Grixis should do well against Midrange, but if everyone's shifting off of Grixis just like you because they want something fresh, not for power reasons, but just for fun.
Alrighty, so can't wait to 360 spin that Eidolon of Rhetoric, and that's a sideboard card which says can't cast more than one spell each turn.
And you're okay with that because you just want to curve out anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I just want to go 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and Simon's playing not only stuff like Coiling Oracle, which cantrips, he's also playing explosive hands like Mana Vault, and he's playing Food Chain. So it sort of shuts down his deck altogether, and it's a random creature, so...
Yeah, you can start beating in.
I think it's only 1/4, but
it's something.
Yeah. Oh, it's something to equip, yeah, for sure. So 4 mana here.
How often do you find the equipment is most often the way you win, or you can just get value?
I'm not sure. By the time you've got to the point where you can equip with a Jitty, if an opponent lets you equip with a Jitty and swing and connect and keep the creature,
you're probably ahead anyway.
You've probably won. It's just a finisher. When it's really, really good is in a gummed up board, and you get to just go I can swing this guy that doesn't necessarily trade well. He wouldn't otherwise trade well, but now he does. That's when the equipments are really good. So yeah, I'd say I don't know. So but they also close games they're threats. Yeah. And then they turn they turn a Noble Hierarch and an Arbor Elf into a threat.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're good.
Yeah, because they allow you to play the Mana Elves and not suffer in the mid and late game because of it.
Or you get swept, and then you go, okay, well now I top deck Arbor Elf. That's not good, but hey, at least I can equip to Clamp and draw, or at least I can equip to Jitty and threaten something. And now they've got to interact with an Arbor Elf. Who wants to interact with an Arbor Elf on turn 13?
Yeah. Simon's got colours and he's got mana. So
he's definitely got mana, yeah. So Eternal Witness not getting back anything super relevant.
Oh, that's a good strong play. So just for a bit of aggression.
Bit aggressive, yeah. I wanted to get in there. I thought I could hold it up and get value, but this resto is going to go the distance. He's going to go 9 mana.
That's a great card. That's 0 points. The Steel Shaper's Gift.
It used to be 1.
Yeah, I know. You're getting good value there. But...
I think I ended up putting in Wasteland. As in...
because of the free point?
Yeah, I had a free point. So I cheat here. I think...
okay.
What better way to win?
So, yeah...
Well, I only noticed after the game.
Beckett's cast 1 spell.
Yeah.
And now he's casting another one.
Yeah, so...
And Eidolon of Rhetoric says you can't do that.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because the card you're casting is only Umezawa's Jitte.
It's only Jitty. It's not a good card. So to be fair to me, in my hand is either Swan Canonus, which has the exact same wording as Rhetoric, except it says non-artifact.
So you thought, I can play this because it's an artifact.
Yeah, and I've literally got Rhetoric in my hand, and I'm reading the card.
You got Canonist in your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're reading that instead of the one on the battlefield.
Well, I mean, it's Highlander, so it has to be a different card. So now that I'm saying it out loud, it doesn't make much sense.
No, it makes sense in your mind.
I had them both in my hand, and I was like, oh yeah, artifact and non-artifact. It works.
So Simon, Beckett's sorry.
Beckett's sorry, yeah. And Simon, you're a judge, and you should have noticed.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what,
Well, you still had a good position. I'm not... Yeah.
It's so easy for people when they're not playing to, be able to make good judge calls. And then when you're playing, you're, in a different frame of mind, You're not expecting...
No, you just concentrate... Often we've talked about this before. You're concentrating so much on your own play, you can lose track of other people's...
Mistakes,
yeah.
And it's not even, a misplay. You're not... Because obviously you think about what your opponent's doing, but you're not, looking for them to make a mistake or even make a cheat.
So how would that have changed things? So
I think it makes a huge difference.
So you would have just played the Jit here instead.
I'd be playing Jit, but
you probably would have played Council's Judgment and kept Jit in hand.
Well, I think it makes a huge difference because he'd have Eternal Witness because I killed it with Jit. So he'd be able to go Eternal. He'd be able to sack Eternal Witness to Food Chain and potentially go exile 4 mana thing, tap 1 extra. He'd be able to cast a 5 mana spell there.
Yeah.
I don't know what if he had anything. but there's a chance he could have chained off. I think
No, he couldn't. He can't chain because you got Eidolon in play.
Oh, good point. Yeah, okay. So I think I still would have won. But,
Yeah.
Obviously, Jit's a point, and it's a great card, and having a Jit a turn earlier is surely relevant against a deck with 1 toughness creatures,
Yeah.
And I'm also now, it's changing his maths here, because now I'm threatening lethal, because I can go +2, 4, 6, 8, and then have a 9 power resto. So I'm not sure what he's got in his hand, but arguably it's changed his maths. Maybe he had Tinker here, but he can't Tinker. Okay, there you go. He does have Tinker. But he can't get Blightsteel Colossus because I've got lethal. Do you know what I mean? So he has to get something bad.
But if he'd had that a turn earlier, effectively, then
yeah, that's right. I'd have 2 less counters, so I wouldn't be threatening lethal here. So sorry. I think he gets Sensei's Divining Top, which is
yeah,
Which
is it's like a overpriced trinket mage.
It's a really bad one, right? 3 mana Sensei's Divining Top, and you have to sack a land when you cast it.
Yeah.
Probably not worth the point.
4.3.
But he has to do it because Blightsteel, he dies to Resto.
Yeah.
Or he's just got Blightsteel in hand. But
what could he possibly find with the top?
I don't know.
Doesn't have balance or anything.
Fatal Push or something.
Yeah, it's hard at this point.
I mean, Fatal Push kills the Resto, but then I can just re-equip and swing lethal with...
Yeah.
No, I can't. 2, 4, 6... Yes, I can. With the Dried Arbor, I can.
The Restoration Angel's such a great carrier of equipment. It has the 4 toughness and the flying and flash entry.
Yeah, well, I got him right. Yeah. I mean, besides the cheating, of course, I got him.
Besides the cheating, it was pure skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the game.
No, honest mistake. And I think
there's the Canonist.
You still have the Canonist in hand. I mean, the Canonist and the Eidolon between them were gonna do a lot of work against Simon. And you had a good hand. I mean, yeah, it could have gone the other way. But
that game too, though, that was a really good game.
Yeah, and that was great. It shows. So, what do you think that shows? Game 2, never give up, effectively, or
yeah, definitely. And I mean the power of free wins, right?
And the power of calling Oracle,
and the power of sideboarding correctly.
Yeah, having those trump threats rather than just the kind of neat little answers.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for that. That was round 3, everyone. Enjoy the next round. We'll see you then. Bye.
See you then.